This is the example that ties all the forms together. All the videos that we've seen in the past, we're putting it together into this one form to showcase how forms can be connected to one another, how we can reference earlier forms, and how we can structure our information in a way that is easy to use and easy to understand. So on this example, you can see in the top that says you entered toys as the problem type on example 2. So in our previous video, one of our earlier videos, we uploaded a photo of a Lego and it was warped, and we put in a description, and the problem type that we entered was toys. And that was a new problem type, and it pulled in this problem type from that example into this form. So that's how the two forms are able to interact. One form can borrow information from a previous form. So let's test this out. So we see that it says toys. So we're going to go back up to example 2 here, and where it says toys. So I'm going to go ahead and change it to supply, for example. And for it to take effect, I would have to refresh. So let's refresh the page. Let's go back down to our example number 5. So it's updated to say supply. So anything that we type in into that box earlier in problem type, it will show up here in this form. So these are two separate forms. Different people could be maintaining these different forms, but they rely on each other. They depend on each other, and they pull information from one form into another. So to continue on our tutorial, in the previous video, we have an action item that we created, and that was an action item, just one action item in a string of action items to solve one particular problem, which was the wooden screw. That was the wrong material or the wrong size, and we needed to return it and order a new one. So most companies will need to track how many hours we spend on doing these activities, for timesheets, for payroll, for expenses, for a number of different reasons. So this form can help you do that. So with an action item search bar here, we can look up the action item that we created in the previous video, and that was, if I remember correctly, it said something about return. So when I type in return, it popped up. It found one result, and this looks like the one that we want. It says return it to the vendor. I remember I typed in 2 hours. That was my estimate. All the typical information that you would expect is in here. So I tap this guy to select it. It's actually going to update this bottom screen here with the details of that action item that was entered out previously. But I can go ahead and continue working here, and I say, so we estimated 2 hours in this action item. That was the estimated duration. But let's say, we were more efficient, so we were able to complete it in 1 hour. So we put 1 hour worked. Those are the actual hours worked. And let's say this person makes $100 an hour. So that would have been $100. And you can see that the subtotal is being updated. The remaining dollars earned is also tallied up for a grand total of 100. But we're not done yet. So let's say there were $5 of gas money that were spent in returning this item because he had to drive to the store. So when we enter $5 here as an expense, it added $5 to the subtotal and the remaining grand total. So this would be the person filling out this form, the person who worked on this action item, and he would enter in 1 hour, be $100 an hour, would be $5 for gas, and then this would be a subtotal. So a payroll person can come into here, take this same link, and open this form, and the payroll person can say, okay, we've already paid him $20 today. So we have a remaining balance of $85 as owed to this person, this employee. So that's how you would use this. So this form has the ability to calculate the totals and be able to add and subtract and keep it up to date. What's great about this is that the employee can update this information, enter in that timesheet data, and the payroll person can go in and update the amount paid and keep a balanced remaining dollars that's owed. So this is just one simple example of how we can use forms to manage all of your information and organize your data effectively. And you can imagine this can be used for many different use cases. So all these forms can be tailored and customized to your needs. Please contact us and let us know how we can help you.